Okay, good evening, everybody, and welcome to our last appointment of the Ferrara Calling webinar series. And tonight we will be focusing on starting a business in Ferrara. And so we will focus on how to launch your own business, if you need startup support and funding. And also we will hear about success stories and thriving innovation and ecosystem in the city. So, of course, I would like to thank you all for joining us tonight, but I would also like to thank our institutional partner, first of all, the municipality of Ferrara, which unfortunately cannot be with us tonight, but also the region, because I will tell you a bit more about the project we are part of. Well, my name is Eleonora and I work for Open Lab, which is a company focusing on innovation and facilitation, and also the project Ferrara Calling is part of a wider regional initiative which aims to connect international talent to this area. And I will show you some materials that you will receive later on after the webinar series, but just to let you know that so what we are talking about. ITER is the International Talents of Emilia-Romagna, and basically what it basically is, it's a project dedicated to international talent, as I was saying. And this program is curated by Arter, and Arter is the let's say a consortium born inside the Emilia-Romagna region, which is fostering all the region's sustainable growth by developing innovation, knowledge, and attractiveness and internationalization of the regional system. And how does it do it? Well, basically, the ITER program is a regional program which includes services and initiatives that are focusing on attracting and retaining all the international talent in Emilia-Romagna. So all the things you can think about, like moving to Emilia-Romagna, setting up here, living and getting involved. So what do we mean by international talents? We can, of course, consider all the university students, like scientists and creatives and knowledge workers who are living outside Italy, are living in Emilia-Romagna, but also people who were born or graduated in Emilia-Romagna and are now living abroad, or maybe they are thinking about returning or they have already returned. And of course, their family, because we would like to welcome also their partners and children too, so not just a single individual. So what can you find in this or material and also in the ITER program? All the services and initiatives dedicated to who is abroad and intend to move back to Emilia-Romagna for many reasons, like for study or for work, and wants to know about all the opportunities going around, but also about all the services and initiatives to support who is arriving, like formalities and bureaucracy, which we already, as we are aware, in Italy is particularly interesting, I would say, but it will be quite, time-consuming. But also all the initiatives linked to living in the city and in the region to promote integration in new context with activities and networking, and to grow at the educational and professional level, but also all the other initiatives that aims to boost the international community already present in the region, like becoming an international ambassador for this program. There is a website, you will receive all the references later, and which you can visit, and of course find more in detail what I was telling you right now, like if your focus is studying, if your focus is doing research, or if you are a high-skilled worker, or if you are an Emilia-Romagna talent residing abroad. And as I said, talent, it means maybe an alumni of one of the Emilia-Romagna universities, or you've been moving out. So again, we're not thinking about, final decision. Of course, we're talking also to people who are still willing to do some other experiences abroad, but of course they consider Emilia-Romagna region a base, or that it has been a base. So as I was saying, this is a regional project, so you will find information for all the municipalities in the region, like Ferrara as of today. But also, if you click on all these blue bubbles, you will see many specific services that are offered. And I want to highlight one in particular, which is the info desk. I don't which is the link you will see also in the presentation. And it's an opportunity to book a free call, a one-to-one session with the representative of the program, so they can discover the best opportunity in the region awaiting for them. So just to wrap it up, you will find also a guide, which is quite complete. It's more than 80 pages, I think, for all the services offered in Emilia-Romagna. And also, like, for example, it's very linked to today's appointment, all the ecosystem supported by Arter and ITER. And of course, there is a section for leaving a survey, so you can also let us know what your interested and needs are, so you can tell is specific, and the reference, the representative can give you all of the information in a very detailed way. And then, as I was telling you earlier on, there is also the ambassador program. So if you are interested in this or all this program, and you like to be of support of an international community, and the talents already here or the one arriving, you can become part of the project. And this is just an example of the many ways you can get involved. Of course, there are local networks that are supporting all of the talents arriving in Emilia-Romagna, and they are divided by all the municipalities. And here you have a list of all the cities involved. So if you want to sign up to the newsletter and the updates, you will receive all of the information. And of course, there are social media very active, telling you all what's going on, all the events. And there is today there is a major event in Bologna as well, linked to startup and research and business, which is supported by Arter in a very strong way. This is why, sadly, Maria Giovanna, which is one of the two representative of the program, cannot be with us this evening. But please, they are all very approachable. They are amazing, very knowledgeable. So feel free to reach them. I'm sure they will be able to assist you in many ways. So moving back to us and to Ferrara in specific. So what will you hear tonight? Tonight, as I said, the focus is entrepreneurship in many different ways, and what kind of support you can find here. But before focusing on that, I would like to give you a little bit of general information about Ferrara and what does it mean to live in Ferrara. So no sales pitch from me, and probably from not the other speakers either, but at the moment, just a little introduction about Ferrara itself and all the amazing things that the city has to offer. I will start with this little video. Okay, so what can I tell you about Ferrara? Of course, we start from the beginning, so the history. So Ferrara is timeless and evolving at the same time. Is a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1995, and not just one monument or two. Actually, the entire city center is being declared World Heritage Site, which is quite unique. Ferrara had reached its peak during the Renaissance, where it was home of a very strong and passionate rulers like the Estense family, and they believed in combining art, patronage, architecture, but also urban innovation. So as you can see, you can still walk today in the same cobble street and just go next to the Estense castle, but that doesn't mean that Ferrara froze in time, because along with all these amazing historical sites, you have also new spacing and innovative spaces in like unusual spaces like Laboratorio Aperto, which is where I am located right now, which is home of innovation and hubs and supports for startups in many different ways. But the building itself, it's an ancient theater which used to be very active in the 19th century, but also in the city you can find many other different examples like the newly redeveloped areas like the dockyards, which have been completed quite recently and are quite amazing to have a walk around. What else can we say? Well, rhythm wise and moving around, Ferrara is a city that you can explore at your own pace. So it's, I think the main example, and I'm sure our speakers can confirm what I'm saying, are the medieval walls, which are more than 9 kilometers long, and they are amongst the most preserved in Europe. But these aren't to be considered just like monuments. They can become your new jogging trail, your daily bike ride, your evening walk. So it's a city you can ride across in just 15 minutes. And if you think about it, a commuting from home to work that only takes 15 minutes, passing by squares, trees, and other historical places, it's quite amazing. And commuting doesn't really feel like stress. It feels like actually living the city. Ferrara has a very thriving cultural life as well. There are a lot of activities going on all year around, like musical festival, ranging from classical musical festival to rock concert, street music events, especially during the summer. There are literally events going on every night, but also you have cultural festival and journalism festival, bringing local conversation to your local doorstep. But also you can find the traditional festivals like the Palio. And then there are many art exhibitions at the Palazzo dei Diamanti, but there is also a strong legacy of cinema because Ferrara is the home place of very famous Italian directors, and their legacy is still very strong. So if you're someone who loves being surrounded by creativity, Ferrara is your kind of city. As we mentioned earlier on, there is a lot of green spaces available. So nature and parks are just literally very accessible. If you think about it, the quota of green space per residence is 54 square meter, which is way above the national average quota. It's pretty amazing. And also beyond the city, there is the River Po Delta Park, which again is part of the UNESCO biosphere reserve, and also the Comacchio water valleys. And there you can explore such a different kind of biodiversity in terms of flora and fauna, but also you can do a lot of pleasant activities like kayak, like a cycle, taking a river cruise. You can see all the flamingos, and you can just appreciate the silence. And in my personal opinion, this is a way that Italy presents itself beyond the postcard, and it's all within reach from the city center. But moving on to the opportunity the city gives you, I believe that also the location is quite strategic because Ferrara is very well connected and you are not really far from anything. Because you are just 30 minutes away from Bologna, which is one of the busiest international airports in Italy. And also there are amazing high-speed trains connections. So let's say if you have a business meeting in Rome or in Milan, you can be there just in a few hours. But also if you are thinking about visiting one of the other major cultural spots like Florence or Venice, they are just 1 hour away. But also the Adriatic Sea is very close by, and also the mountains. If you're thinking at weekend getaways, the Alps and the Apennines are just behind the corner. So we can definitely say that Ferrara is a very sweet spot because it's really calm when you need it, but it was also very well connected when you need it even more. What else can we say? Well, because we are Italian, we have to involve food in every conversation that we have. So I really have to mention all of the fantastic local delicacies that we offer in Ferrara. Now you're seeing a little bit of bread in the video, which is actually a Renaissance old recipe that you can still taste today, but also there are many other delicacies like cappellacci, di zucca, and the salamo da sugo and other local wines. But again, here we are not talking about fast food. So dining here is not something that is considered to be done fast. It's something fulfilling. It brings people together and makes everyday life worth celebrating. And so, as we were saying, again, we are talking to entrepreneur tonight in particular, and Ferrara, I must say, is becoming more and more home for digital professionals, entrepreneurs, international students, because there are so many co-working spaces, startup incubators, innovation labs, and places like Laboratorio Aperto and other local tech networks, which have a very, very strong presence in the city. The university itself has a very important role because it blends tradition with innovation. There are international courses, research opportunities, and continuing education. So if you're thinking about building your business, changing career, growing your skill, Ferrara gives you the tools, the space, and the rhythm you can actually live with. But of course, Ferrara is not appealing just for remote workers, but also to families, students, couples, and creative, because there are very good services accessible to all, excellent healthcare, very high quality schools, and also a strong support from the municipality with bonuses offered to children daycare and for young families. So very, very human size. And another perk that I think is quite unique and very appreciable is the bicycle that you are seeing right now in the video. So literally you don't need a car. Ferrara is known in Italy as the city of bicycle because you can ride everywhere, and of course there are 180 kilometers of bike paths. So if you think about it, it's really amazing. And also compared to other larger cities in Italy, the cost of living is significantly lower. So in terms of like renting an apartment or grabbing a coffee or enjoying a meal, it is very affordable. And this means you can have more freedom to focus on what really matters to you. So you don't need to give anything up, and you can focus on your work, your well-being, your passion, and basically living well. So just to wrap it up and not to steal any more time from our amazing speakers, I think that Ferrara is becoming more international and is attracting a lot of different workers and creatives. But what makes it really special, its soul. I think Ferrara, it's a very welcoming, grounded, and human city. And here you will find opportunity, but also you will find belonging, which I believe it's really, really important in a world such as today, where the demand of time and energy is increasing. Being in a city that leaves space for your own story to be told, it's really amazing. But I will stop myself, and I would like to introduce our speaker for tonight. So tonight I am delighted to share the floor with other three beautiful ladies, and the first of them is Giada Spadoni, who is a manager for the European projects and incubators at Sipro, which is a development agency based in Ferrara, and will tell you more in detail what they do to support the thriving startup ecosystem in the city. So thank you very much, Giada. Over to you.
Thank you so much for this invitation and to Laboratorio Aperto for this opportunity to share with you and with all participants who is Sipro. I'm going to share my presentation. Let me know if You can see it, just a moment. Okay, maybe you can see it.
Yes, go ahead, Giada.
Yes, okay, good. So, what about Sipro? Sipro is the development agency of the province of Ferrara, so it is based in Ferrara, but basically it works in the territory, in the whole province. And what we do, we are a sort of a intermediate body between the territory and the people who have some ideas to develop and transform in business in the province of Ferrara. Our main goal is to promote a business culture open to innovation and also to internationalization of project, as we do also a lot of international projects, as you can see later. Some steps from the beginning. So the Sipro was born in 1975 as a Società Interventi Produttivi. In 1986 the municipality of Ferrara became shareholders, and in 1999 Sipro became a development agency. From 2001, we started to work on European funds as main referent for the municipality of Ferrara, but also the province of Ferrara. And from 2010, we are very active in several European networks for cooperation, but also in the establishment of investment in the territory and in the province, and supporting also the entrepreneurship and the SMEs in improve their business. Today, what we do, basically we promote the whole province of Ferrara and increase the competitiveness of the local productive system by working also with all the stakeholders that are for us very important to create collaboration and create opportunities on the territory. We support our stakeholder and shareholders, especially in the European funds and the European instruments. In particular, we work as a lead partner or project partner in some European project in order to realize some activities for the local development. But also we inform businesses, also young entrepreneur, startups and SMEs about the opportunities and funds for setting up new SMEs or consolidating also those that are already located in the province and in the territory. What we do. So as I already said, but I go more in depth, we support the creation of entrepreneurship and the enterprises that are located in the territory. Also through the creation of an enterprise network. We do university, but also with all the stakeholders of the territory. For example, as an association, we work with also Laboratorio Aperto. We work a lot with our shareholders that are all the municipalities of Ferrara, the Chamber of Commerce. And we try to identify solutions to set up and consolidate new enterprises, and promote incentives and funds in order to have local effects and support territorial development for the realization of initiatives that are focused on development, economic development. One of our projects that we have realized in the past years is Invest in Ferrara project. That is a project in which we want to ease new businesses in the settlement process. In this project, we coordinate the overall process from the planning of the business to the industrial lots purchase, also to the realization of the infrastructures. As already said Eleonora previously, why choosing Ferrara? We have a high quality of life, as you know, also due to the possibilities related to the city of bicycle, a lot of parks that we have, cycle lanes, but also it is a strategic location, as you know, because we are very close to the highways, to Bologna Airport, the port of Ravenna, and so on. There is an availability of funds and incentives, in particular for young entrepreneurs and startups. There are different solutions for settlement and tailor-made training, also due to the University of Ferrara, that is a strong university. And we have also industrial lots with lower cost and an efficient bureaucratic process due to our relation with the shareholders that are, as I already said, the municipalities of the province. To highlight the possibility that gives Ferrara to as a connection between Milan, Bologna, and Rome. Ferrara is also in the hinge between the Adriatic Basin and the Emilia-Romagna region, leader in Europe for the quality of the investments, as you know, and also for the easy industrial structure based on manufacturing and technological cluster, but not only this. So going depth with the incubation system and the incubation network of Sipro. So Sipro Cube is the business incubator networks that we manage. The owner of the two business incubator that we manage is the municipality of Ferrara. The two business incubators are located in two strategic areas. One is close to the technological pole, and the other one is located in the SMEs area of Cassana, so very close to the highway at Tredici. And all the business incubators are equipped with facilities for new businesses. They have specific features designed to meet the needs of the startups and the enterprises that wants to incubate. And the business incubator near the technological pole is meant to host in particular innovative and high technological activities. I prepare also a YouTube link. I don't know if it runs, maybe yes, maybe no, to show the, incubator of is the incubator near the technological pole. It is divided in seven.
Maybe Giada, sorry to interrupt, if it doesn't run properly, you can just paste the link in the chat so people can click on it themselves.
Okay. I go on. So what we do as Sipro for supporting startups and incubate in our network. The support of startups is basically made on the definition of business plan, validation of the idea, but also in, for example, coaching and tutoring and incubation and acceleration paths. We are currently working with the University of Ferrara and also Gateway in a project that is called Startupper, which is funded by Emilia-Romagna region, and it is focused on the acceleration and incubation of entrepreneurial team startups that wants to scale up, but also have the possibility to create a startup. So we are working on workshops and meeting focused on activities that go in the direction to give the instruments to the selected startup to become an enterprise and scale up also the market. Our incubator network has a low renting cost, and the premises are available for 3 to 6 years. There are also there is also the availability of training and conference room that we have in the incubators of the technological pole. We promote activities of our startup through the website, but also other type of channels, social media, and also media, traditional media, and so on. We support also the startups and the young entrepreneur in the identification of the possible funds and the incentives, in particular to start up the activity. Okay. And this is an overview I want to share with you of the main results after 20 years of activity on incubation. We hosted more than 100 startups. About the 60% of these startups became enterprises, and the number of employees from the 2001 has been over than 150, with a percentage of 15% of failure, because we know that sometimes startups doesn't become enterprises. But so about European funds, I want to do a focus, because we work in this sector since the 2001 about. And we have a lot of experience in the management of European funds that are for us that have, as for us, a clear impact on the territory, in particular for the SMEs, but also the innovation, also regarding the green solutions for energy efficiencies, mobility, and so on. Our role is usually as a lead partner or partner, but sometimes we do technical assistance for our shareholders and also external partners. We have an important European network of national and international partners. And the initiatives that we develop dealing with the territorial development, the support to startups, environment, innovation and R&D, and also the valorization of the cultural heritage and sustainable tourism. For the enterprises and the young entrepreneurs, we have also the possibility to access to the network of help desk that we have on the territory. Now we are open in Via Baruffaldi a Ferrara, or Bondeno and Terra del Reno. We have a local help desk. The activities that we do in the framework of Si Promuove is dedicated training paths to startup and enterprises, business startup support, but also the monitoring of incentives and funds and support in applying to funds. As I already said, we have also availability of conference and business rooms for meeting. Okay, that's all from my side.
Thank you so much, Giada. It was super, super interesting. And I don't know if you want just to maybe copy a couple of links to the chat right now so people can have a look also the website while we are still on the
I will
topic.
share with you the presentation also.
Yes, the presentation, of course, we will send all of the material right after the webinar or in the following days. But since we have quite an active number of yeah,
yes,
definitely. But thank you, very useful, a lot of information, and it's quite amazing also as someone in Ferrara to see how many things you actually do, because it's very easy sometimes just to forget what the city itself can offer if you're not looking closely, because there are so many different and various activities you are covering that is amazing. And I hope it's not just you, but you have a big team, because otherwise I don't know how you can do it. But I know you are a very strong lady.
Not a very big team, but we try to do our best.
Of course. And also, I love that you mentioned the program that you are supporting as Sipro, and this is a great connection also to a different program we are running here at Open Lab. I will be very, very quick and show you just a couple of slides, and then I will leave the space to actual witnesses and testimonial of this year and last year program. So bear with me a second. Okay, so Startup Creation Lab. Startup Creation Lab is a program aiming at young people under 30, and it's a training program. It's an entrepreneurship and training program, which is done by Open Lab, which is the company from the company I work for. And just a couple of words about Open Lab. So Open Lab is a company focusing on developing digital creative communities in Emilia-Romagna region through physical collaborative spaces for innovation. So the initial activities of the company was the management of the open laboratories, like the one I'm working from. And there are others in Modena, in Piacenza, and in Forlì. And now Open Lab is active throughout the region, and also beyond the region with the collaboration of Gate Ray managing more than 10 collaborative spaces. The impact is quite strong in the region. If you think about it, we have more than 26,000 unique users registered just in last year. We have more than 60 companies actively involved in developing the activities within our hubs. And also we have 50 and more firms that are permanently based here in our hub. But let's move on Startup Creation Lab. So as I was saying, it's a free program and it's powered by Gatorade through the 4 laboratories in Emilia-Romagna. And the program is designed in collaboration with local university of reference and sponsor of the initiative. So here you can find just a few examples of the university involved and the 4 laboratories in Ferrara, Piacenza, Modena, and Forlì. So why there is such a strong synergy between Startup Creation Lab and the enterprises? Because this program is a tool that the companies have to simplify all the scouting and the matching process with talented individuals, and also to establish contact with them and with profile that are trained in various different skills, so hard and soft skills, by top level professionals, which are part of the faculty of Startup Creation Lab. And they can foster disruptive innovation through the various ideas and technology focus on the actual core needs of the company. I just mentioned the faculty. It's very high quality training because the faculty consists of university professors, entrepreneurs, startup advisors, investors, business consultants, all with an average of more than 12 years of experience in the respective fields. And here I have just an example of few of the professional directly involved, and which our 2 next speakers have met in person during the past month and also last year. So here you can see in the picture the actual Open Lab hub here in Ferrara, doing some of the activities. There are 5 main stages. I don't want to take too much time, so I will go through them quite quickly. So there is, of course, the innovation scenarios, the kickoff day, and where business meet and inspires young innovators. And then you have the stage 1 and 2, which are focusing on the entrepreneurial culture. And then the stage 3 is the actual training on entrepreneurship. And then you will have the more active parts like project work and prototyping. And then you have the very last stage, which is the demo day, where the teams pitch their ideas to a jury of the companies that were involved, of course, already in phase 0, and also to other several professionals from the innovation line of business. So how does it work? Well, it's a format that can be easily applied and tailor-made to the innovation and talent scouting needs of the enterprises involved. There are, of course, 5 phases, as I already mentioned, but the synergy really it's highlighted in the very first phase, innovation scenarios, the phase 0, and the final demo day. So the innovation scenarios is the actual kickoff day. Here you can see the training program that took place in the Forlì Laboratorio Aperto, and all the companies talks about innovation in their respective fields to the young innovators. And in 2024 and 2025 we had a lot of very interesting companies participating. And just to give you an example, we had Trenitalia Tiper, we had Bonifiche Ferraresi, Enav, Italpizza, Novak, Almagamma, and many other companies based in the region. And then going towards the end, we have stage 5, which is the demo day. Here you can see the demo day in the Laboratorio Aperto of Modena, where the participants will be evaluated by a panel of judges. And at this stage, the companies can really get in close contact with the participants, and they are able to access their profiles and their aptitudes. So again, it's a very, very rewarding experience for both companies and young innovators. Just to give you a few numbers of the results since 2024. We had 6 editions spread among the various laboratorio aperto, and we had more than 470 subscribers of students under 30. The average age is between 22 and 25, and most of them are most of them are pursuing degrees in economics or engineering, but not just that, as our speakers will tell you later on. So if you think about it, more than 500 hours of activities and 95 business ideas is pretty amazing, considering that it just started in 2024. So we are pretty active, and as Giada was saying, yes, we are a big, not a big team, but there is of course a space for more, but we all work very hard to make all of this happen. And actually the program in Ferrara just ended yesterday, and here you can see pictures of the people pitching their ideas to the jurors, and it was all here in Ferrara. And I won't take any more space because I really want our two final speakers to share their experience with you. But of course, if you want to get in touch, Marta is the head of this program. She's based in Modena, but she's again very approachable, so feel free to reach out and we will be able to provide all the information. Even if you want to be a candidate of the next program coming up, please let us know. But okay, so what else can I say? We have Anna and Feriel. So Anna was part of the winning team of last year's Startup Creation Lab, and she will tell you what it meant for her to be part of this program and what is she actually doing right now. So thank you, Anna. Over to
Thank you, Eleonora. So I would like to thank everyone for the opportunity to speak at this event. I really think it is important to share experiences such as this one. My name is Anna Tortarolo, and I am part of the team behind Volunteer, which is a startup project dedicated to providing digital services to charities and volunteering associations. Before talking a bit more about Volunteer, so we took part, me and Sarah, which were the first two people of the team, of this project. We took part to Laboratorio Aperti of Ferrara last year, and as Eleonora said, we won that edition. We started out in November, and accidentally at this event, me and Sarah met up. We didn't know each other, of course. And we figured out pretty quickly that we shared a lot of things in common, that we had passions in common. And well, for me, that email that I got that told me, oh, there is this event in Ferrara about startups, it was a great thing. It happened at the right time. I remember opening the email and being very excited about it, because I'd just been wondering about what it is a startup. How to build one, because sometimes you get ideas, you would like to make things, and you don't really get a kind of support in university. So we met up during this event. Sarah at the same time had been thinking about the same things. She wanted to do something with her ideas to turn them into reality, and she had been dreaming about it a longer time than me, for almost a decade, so since she was very young. We come from different university pathways, because I'm a medical student. She's part of pedagogy, so different fields. When we talked during the event, thanks to some of the lectures we got, we came up with the idea for Volunteer, and we realized we had some abilities already to build a good team that could actually turn the idea into a reality. I had competence in the field, and she had competence, for example, in social media management and graphic design. We were actually missing a IT member, and we really didn't get it until after we won the edition of Startup Creation Lab. So the overall experience of Startup Creation last year lasted from November 23rd to June, when we won. And basically, we learned a lot about metrics, how to figure out if you are testing an idea properly, if you're validating it properly, how to use either a agile or lean model to build a startup. We talked with a lot of very competent people that were mentioned already by Eleonora and Giada. I mean, that they're revolving around this environment. And we had the chance to figure out how to create a good pitch, because the first step is also to be able to talk about your idea, to convince people of the goodness of your idea. And that's the first step to attract resources and more people. So we won that edition, and that was an incredible boost for us to search for an IT member. Being the winning team, we were able to spread around the voice that we were looking for someone. And around September, we met up with Michele, who was an IT and who was interested in joining a startup. We didn't even tell him what it was about, which was funny. He found that out later after we selected him. So we really had that confidence that we built up thanks to this experience of Laboratori Aperti. In the meantime, we did other things. Obviously, not everything goes as you plan. For example, we managed to, in January 2024, to secure a position within a university call of the University of Ferrara. And that allowed us to get some more support from the university to build up the idea, to create, for example, in that case, a business plan of the idea. But for example, we applied to a regional competition, which is Startup Emilia Romagna, and we didn't pass it. It was July 2024, a month after we won Laboratori Aperti. And as I always say, there are always ups and downs. Sometimes you're building an idea, sometimes it's too early to apply to something, but it's always a good thing to try and apply to contests, to activities where you can try to validate it through also people that know the field of startups and creating companies. So it was a great opportunity, and it's always a good opportunity to learn more and to figure out the things that aren't ready yet of the project. We applied to another competition, which was very interesting. It was CNA Cambiamenti in September. It's a competition that exists, that it was at the 8th edition, but it was the first year where startups that were not constituted yet, so weren't an actual company yet, could apply. And it was a great chance to create more networking, to come up with more advice, get more advice, get more help to, for example, how to start a company. Like for example, if the moment we decide to start up the company, to create a company based on our project, we know already things to do, because we were given that kind of information, technical, bureaucratic information, which is fundamental to figure out how to turn your idea into a reality. So in the meantime, back to September 2024, we found Michele, and Michele joined our team. So we reached a number of 3 people. And thanks to him, we were able to create a prototype. So before Startup Creation Lab, I would have not had any idea what's the difference between a prototype and a prototype, which is an MVP, a minimal viable product. So technical things such as this one are actually quite important when you want to validate your idea, when you're testing it, how to set it up to figure out if it meets the market needs. So it was a great experience overall, and thanks to that, we now have a prototype that we are testing, and also setting up for a prototype, basically. In the meantime, as I said, we took part to other competitions. We decided, for example, not to go ahead with one of the incubation programs that were available back last autumn. We decided to focus the resources on building the the app, the first app, because our project revolves around an app, in fact, at least for now, as a first service to charities. And so we created the first product, and we decided to focus the energy on that. But as Giada were saying, as Eleonora was saying, there are a lot of opportunities in Ferrara, in Emilia-Romagna, to do things. There is almost an abundance if you know where to look and when to sign up for things. And that's the only tricky part. It's just to keep up with everything and figure out when it is the right time to apply. So we are considering applying to an incubation now, because now might be a better time for us. And so at this point, the company hasn't started yet, but we have something that we are testing. We are talking to the clients. We are validating the product itself, figuring out every little thing that needs to be set up properly in order for us to launch the company and launch then a minimal viable product. And none of that would have happened if not for Laboratori Aperti. We're always very grateful, which is why we're talking here right now about the project. So just in short, 2 words about Volunteer. Volunteer is we aim to become a company that provides services to innovate all the the charities and volunteer association that are on the Italian territory, which are a lot, in fact. And sadly, right now, don't have enough services. There aren't companies that provide services to this niche of the market, but it is a big one in terms of prodotto interno lordo. I'm really sorry, PIL. If you Google it in Italian, it's PIL. I don't know how to translate it. I'm sorry, but it's a big chunk of our. It's not a big chunk, but it has a kind of weight in the Italian economical system, and we aim to fill that void of services. The first product is something very easy, which is a platform to connect the associations that do charity, that do volunteering, with people interested in doing that kind of activities, that are interesting in taking part to initiatives. And as far as we know, there isn't something like that, not even in Europe, which is another big market that could be interesting for us if we manage to follow all the steps and then maybe also scale up in the future. So yeah, this is kind of it about us. We are still learning and moving our steps, trying to become a real company. It takes time. One has to figure out to be quick, but at the same time figure out what you can handle and how to grow at the proper rate in order not to implode internally. And yeah, but a project like the ones that you can find in Ferrara allow you to get in that gray area where you aren't something, you're just an idea, you're trying to become something, and you need information on how to do that. And I am very grateful for Ferrara for that reason. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anna. I am sure that everybody got your passion and your enthusiasm, even if they are based on the other side of the planet. So thank you so much. And on a personal note, I love to see, both sides of the medal, like Giada explaining all of the tools that are available and what it can be done, from one side, and then Anna, who is the recipient in this case, and also seeing what you have been doing in a year, basically. It's so interesting, well, less than a year even. And also I love the volunteering and charity interest, and what the services, what kind of services can be provided. So really, really thank you for your contribution to our webinar tonight. And also I love to leave some space from Feriel, who was actually here yesterday, and she was in the picture I was showing you about the demo day of the Startup Creation Lab. Also, Giada was here yesterday as well, because she was one of the jurors. So again, we are all very well connected, and maybe she can tell us a bit more about her experience and what has been going on since November. No, when it is in April, so April 2025. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much for this and for letting me to participate in this. It was a great pleasure from all aspects. To present myself, I'm Feriel. I'm a student, an international student in the University of Ferrara. I came here only in October 2024. And I started studying with my friends who are the colleagues of my group of the startup idea, but we'll talk about this later. How we started, I started as a student, and then we had like innovation, economics of innovation. And the teacher proposed for us a project to propose an idea of a startup, to participate in it. And we had an idea of a bit girly idea, but we won in the competition. It wasn't a competition, but it was more of like a project, and we won as the best idea in the class. So me and my three colleagues, we are four girls in the economic field, all of us, and we started, like, the teacher encouraged us to make the idea into reality. And so we started like participating in programs. So we participated in 2 programs before, were really short, and it was a great experience until April 2025. We found out about the SUCL Creation Lab, and so we participated in it, and we started having courses. We had monitoring. We had a lot of learning about the startup, how to create it, how to like do smoke tests, which I've never heard before until I started going to the creation lab. We had a lot of networking with great people who already did had startups before, or like who are investors. We had also people who had companies. So it's like a great opportunity for networking and also learning, and also like knowing better how to create a startup idea, because we had only an idea, and we started thinking for to make it a better thing, to make it a real thing after where we started the creation lab. And so we did it from April to June. Every week we had the sessions. We learned many things, like also for how to make a better pitch, because before we had a pitch, but it wasn't so professional. So we started learning how to make it better, more professional. We also did participate in projects to get in the group. We already had a group, not unlike Anna. She found her colleague in the starting lab. We had already a group, so we were working. We learned how to work as a group in a better way too. And then we participated also in the demo day. We had all the stages of the startup, and then we did the demo day. It was only yesterday, and we unfortunately didn't win, but we had a great experience. We learned a lot, And we, as a person who I don't really speak good Italian, and the program is in Italian, everyone was really, really helpful and really encouraging, even though like we don't really speak good the language. And also in English, they try to explain to us every time, because there's me and my other friend that we don't speak good Italian, but everyone was helpful, and we still managed to get to the end of it. We learned a lot of things. We had a great experience. It was really good, and we're still like looking for. We still didn't lose hope. We're still looking for to maybe participate next year, or participate in other programs of startup. How to make our startup idea a better one, because we definitely need more consulting, more things to win next time, hopefully. But that's it for now. We're still working on it. To get a bit of idea, I didn't talk about my my idea. So our idea is the Wizard Closet. It's called the Wizard Closet. The Wizard Closet, it's an AI empowered mirror. It's an LCD in the shape of a mirror for you, like us girls, or also men. Everyone struggles every morning to choose their outfits, what to wear, what not to wear, the event, weather, what's to do, and it takes a long time sometimes. So our idea is about the mirror. So in the mirror, with an app also, you will have you can scan all your clothes, or also even see the trends, what's in, what's not, and you can choose. And also from your own clothes, you can choose the better clothes for like the weather, for the event you're going, for maybe your body type, what to wear, what not to wear, how to style it, depending on what you like, what you usually like. Maybe sometimes you can change your style to make it better. So it's also can help you with the artificial intelligence. And I know we have ChatGPT now, but it's very different. It's very more empowered. We still are looking for an IT guy to make it a real idea, because we have the idea, but we still haven't like made it. So we're still looking for an IT guy. And that's it for now. We're looking forward to make it better, and make it more realistic. And I know that's it's a very new idea, and but I'm pretty sure for in the future it will be something very big. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Feriel, and thank you for sharing your experience with us and what these past months meant to you and to your team. And I love the idea. I love to have a wizard closet, especially right now in this hot weather, because you really don't know what to wear, especially coming to work, and still look professional and not super sweaty or completely not suitable for work, because of course we would all love to be on a beach or somewhere more comfortable. So really good luck with that. And also, if there is an IT guy maybe amongst our viewers, maybe you can get in touch and be, you know, part of the wizard closet with Feriel. So thank you to all of our speakers. Just to wrap it up, because we are already running late. So we hope that some part of today at least resonated with you. And if it did, maybe Ferrara is calling you too, and we really hope that you can visit us. And also, talking about visiting, if you subscribe to participate in this webinar, you will receive a survey afterwards. So you can let us know your feedback, what we did, what we can do better. But most of all, you can show your interest and if you want to be considered as one of the candidates to be selected to be in Ferrara with us. We will provide accommodation, food, and travel locally to be in Ferrara in the weekend from the 15th to 18th of September, where you can enjoy live what you've been hearing about tonight and also in the other webinars. So if you are interested, and of course you want to manifest your interest about that, we will be happy to have you around. And again, well, thank you everybody. It was amazing to have you all here tonight. Thank you to our lovely speakers, and now I'm sure they want to be free and enjoy possibly an aperitivo in some fresh air. And thank you again. Thank you everybody, and see you soon in the next sessions coming up. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.